Now that you understand how to create a basic agent, let's go and create a knowledge base now. So let's click on knowledge base, and this is where you can build your knowledge base. Once you build your knowledge base, it can be shared between voice AI and conversation AI. And you can create as many knowledge bases as you like, but you can connect one knowledge base to one agent only. So that is something that you need to remember. So now let's go and create our first knowledge base. So you can already see I have a couple of knowledge bases here, but let's create a new one. And to create a knowledge base, click on create knowledge base and then give your knowledge base a name. So this knowledge base could be a sales related knowledge base, and it could also be an operation related knowledge base, or it can be a generic knowledge base for your whole company. So depending on your use case, you can name it as you like. I'm going to call it general business info knowledge base, and I can also add a description so that people can understand what this knowledge base is all about. So I'm going to say that this knowledge base contains all the business related information, and then I'm going to create this knowledge base, and then you will see a screen like this. So this is where you can add new materials to the knowledge base and also access previously added resources. So you can see here the knowledge sources. You have web crawler, FAQ, tables, rich text, and file upload. So this is where you can find each of these resources under the source itself. So now let's go and add a source, and the first thing is web crawler, and here you have a couple of options. One is extract the URL. So if you type the URL, you get the exact URL and it will go to that specific page and extract data from that specific page. So that is extract URL. But if you select all URL with the path, then you can specify a path, then it will go into the sub pages of that path and get all the data from that URL. You can also select all URLs in this domain, and when you type the root domain of the website, it will go and find all the pages under that domain, and then you can pick and choose which one you want to bring in. So for example, if I go to my website here, highleveltechie.com, and I come back with and added this URL, it is going to go and fetch all the pages under this URL, under this domain. Then I can see all the available pages. It might take a minute or two to fetch all the pages. And depending on the amount of data you have on those pages, it might take longer as well. And now you can see it is saying one page crawled, and as time passes, it will add more pages into this. Now you can see there are 4 pages crawled, and some of the pages would be smaller. That's why it is becoming much faster. So by selecting the right options, you can scan the whole website if you want to, or pick one specific page if you want to. Depending on how big your website is and depending on what are the main information that you want to bring into your knowledge base, you can actually select the right options for your use case. So you can see now we are at 33 pages crawled, and it is actually bringing all the pages that I have on this domain, and some of the pages might not be relevant. So if you are going to go with this approach, sometimes you might bring in data which are of low quality. All right, so you can now see that I have collected all the pages and it is done. And if I click on view all pages, I will see all the pages, all the 45 pages it was able to scrape, and it also contains the blog post from my website. And now I can pick and choose which of these pages will go into my AI agent training. I can select about page, and maybe I can also select my home page, and then I can also select some of my blog posts if I want to. So I have a blog post saying how to become a Go High Level certified admin in your first attempt. Maybe I can select that as well, because that will bring the article or my blog post into my AI agent training. So once I select all the pages that I want to train my AI agent on, I click on train the bot. So now you can see these 3 pages are being processed, and the content from these 3 pages will be added into my AI agent knowledge base. So this is how you would use the web crawler in its basic form. So now you can go into the document itself. If you click here, you will get access to the document that it's scraped, and you can see there is a big chunk of data here, and this doesn't have much structure. So that is one thing that you need to remember if you are scraping from a website. So when you're scraping from a website URL, it is going to scrape all the data that is on that page. in a very unstructured way. So now what you can do is that you can copy the whole thing and put that in ChatGPT or any other LLM that you use and ask ChatGPT to structure your knowledge base into an output that is easier for an AI agent to understand. So you can see I have a prompt here, and this prompt says you are an expert knowledge-based document creator. Your task is to create a well-structured knowledge-based document with proper headlines and sections and such. And then I'm also requesting to give the output in one code block so that I can retain the formatting and copy and paste it in one click. And then all I need to do is add a couple of line breaks here and go back to my knowledge base and copy the whole thing. And then I simply put it here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste and add this into my prompt. And when I press send, you will get a knowledge base in markdown language. So now when this finishes, all you have to do is click here to copy. And now you can see this is very structured and it is very easy for an AI agent to understand and to grab the right information from this knowledge base pretty easily. So I'm going to click copy here, and then I go back, and instead of this, I'm going to remove that and I'm going to paste my structured knowledge base data in here, and then I'm going to click save. So now you can see this is again training, and now this will train on the latest data or the structured data that I gave. So this is an easier way. You can use web scraper and get a structured data. So by using web crawler this way, you can quickly create a knowledge-based document in a structured way from any website. So you don't have to go to the website and do your research and create a document that is structured. All you have to do is go to web crawler, type in the URL that you want and scrape the data and use that data into ChatGPT and ask it to write in a structured way. So that is so much easier and so much faster if you are looking to create knowledge base from your website. And another thing is that you can also use Google Doc as well. So the way you do it, you create the document first. So for example, we created this document in a structured way, and I'm going to call it HighLevel Techie Knowledge Base Overview. And I'm going to go here, click on share, and I'm going to give access to anyone with the link. And then I will copy this link and I will go back to my knowledge base, and I'm going to click on add source and web crawler. And then here I will select exact URL, and then I will paste the document URL. And when I click extract data, it will go to the same document. It will go to the document and pull the data as it is. So this is another way you can bring in structured data using a Google Doc. So whichever way you prefer, this is pretty simple and straightforward now with the power of AI. You can scrape data and then you can structure it later. So this is how we will create knowledge base from web crawler. So now let's look into FAQ, frequently asked questions. So if your company has some frequently asked questions, or if you want to update certain responses given by AI into a much better response, FAQ is where you would update and retrain your voice AI agent. The way you do it, you go into your source and select FAQ, and then you would type in the question and type in the answer that you prefer. And this way, when you type in the answer here, this will overwrite the training and the new data will be added to your knowledge base. So for example, a question would be like, what time do you open on weekends? You could answer that we are open from 11 a.m. to until 3 p.m. on weekends. And the AI agent will learn from this, and whenever someone asks this question, they will answer exactly as you have instructed it to do. So once you're done, you can click save and this will get added. Good. And now you can see this has been added, and this gets added into the training. And if you want to edit that at some point, you can click here and edit the answer again. So that's all possible. So let's go back to the AI agent for a minute. Let's go in here. So here you will see all the code logs. So if you go to test, you will see all the testing that we have done. So, and you can also see the transcript here, right? And if you think that some of the answers that you see here is not proper, or the AI agent gave a wrong answer, you can copy that question and then you can go back to the FAQ under knowledge base, you go to your knowledge base, and then you select FAQ, and then you can paste that question here, and then you can type in the right response that you want the AI agent to say from now on, and the AI agent would learn that response, and from this point onwards it will only respond in that way. So this is how FAQ works, and this is one of the easiest and most predictable way to train your AI agent. So that's all about FAQs. Now comes the tables. So this is a new addition where you can actually add CSV or Excel files into the knowledge base. So you click on tables, and then you can upload a CSV. So I have already downloaded and created a CSV from a data source. So let's go and see that. So if I click here, I get access to this. So I'm going to select this one first, and you will soon see that there are some mistakes in this table. And if there are some mistakes, you will not be able to upload that into the knowledge base until you rectify those errors. So I'm going to click next. And the first thing that it will do is that it will map out the details. So this file contains zip code, city, state ID, and so on and so on. And zip code is already mapped automatically to a number. City is mapped as a string. State ID is also a string. State name string. Population is number. And you can also see in the next page few other columns as well. So if this mapping is correct, you can click next, and then it is going to convert the data and do some analysis, and you can see that upload is failed and there are some errors. So you can also see a tab here called inspect errors. If you click on that, you will see that there are 2 rows are affected. You can also find the details. So if you go into the row number 1015 and row number 1079, you will see that the values are either null or empty. So you can go back to your CSV file and rectify this row. And once you rectify it, you can come back and re-upload it. So I'm going to show you how that would look like. So let's go to tables again, and I have here this file is already been cleaned. So I'm going to click next. It will do the mapping first, and then I can click next. And if everything is fine, you can see the upload is complete. And we have already added 2,421 row into this knowledge base, and the row quota remaining is around 45,000. So the maximum number of rows you can add to your knowledge base is around 50,000. I have already uploaded around 4,000 rows into this knowledge base, so that's why this number looks like this now. So once everything is done, you can click done, and this is gonna do its thing, and it is going to process the data, and it will add the data into your tables. I'm going to show you what happens once this finishes the processing. So let's go into one of my other knowledge base, and I'm going to go into tables, and you will see that the same file that I uploaded earlier is here, and you can see all the data. 7001, which is a zip code. So there is a bunch of zip code here, and there is city, state name, and so on. So it's all added into our knowledge base now, and you can now ask agent to tell you things based on the zip code. You can ask something like, what is the name of the city for the zip code 7003, and it will come back with Bloomfield. And you can also ask what is the population, what is the population density, and such. And your agent should ideally be able to answer those questions from this table. So that's how the table works. And now let's go into rich text. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can copy and paste any rich text from a website, from a blog, or anything into this. We can also copy and paste the ChatGPT prompt, ChatGPT document that we got. You copy that, and you can come back in here, paste that in, and you will be able to train from this. The best part is that you can actually make this into a heading if you want to, and you can make this into header 2 and so on. And this would support all the rich text formatting that you would get access to on another platform. So that's how the rich text would work. Once you finish with that, give it a name. And then you simply save that, and this will get added into your knowledge base. So that is pretty straightforward, the rich text. And now we're going to talk about file upload. So you go into your source and select file upload, and you can add either PDF or a Word document. And this will support any of these three formats that you see here. So there is a very easy way for you to create a PDF. So for example, if you want to know more about Go HighLevel Affiliate Program, so you can go into, so I just searched for Go HighLevel Affiliate Program Agreement, and I am on this page here. And what I can do now is that I can take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to do that using a Chrome extension called Go Full Page. And now I get the whole page here, and I can click on PDF, and this will make a PDF from this page. So you can see now the PDF is opened up, and what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go back and I'm going to upload that PDF. So now this PDF is getting uploaded, and I'm going to click upload. Just like any other source, this is going to get processed, and after processing, you will be able to ask your AI agent any questions from this document, and it will be able to answer based on the data available on that document. And all of these are pretty straightforward. And now all the content and all the data from these pages, from the web crawler, FAQ, tables, rich text, and file upload, will be added to the same knowledge base that we created here, the general business knowledge base. And then you will be able to connect this knowledge base to the voice AI agent, and the agent would reply based on all the content, all the data combined into this knowledge base. So that's what we are going to do now. So we are going to connect this knowledge base to our basic agent that we built out, and then we're going to ask some questions from this knowledge base and see how our agent is going to reply. All right, so now what we're going to do is that we're going to connect our general business info knowledge base to our voice AI agent. So in order to do that, all you have to do is go into voice AI and select agent list, and then click on the agent that we built out, which is Jessica, and then you go into agent goals. And under here, you can find select a knowledge base. So you select from this drop down the one that you created, which is general business info knowledge base. So once done that, you will also see a prompt has been added automatically. You don't really need to do anything. HighLevel is going to do that for you, and the prompt would say that use this knowledge base if the user asks any questions about the business, services, products, contact details, or other relevant information that requires accessing the business wiki to provide accurate and up-to-date information. So if the user on the call is asking anything about the services or the product, and you cannot find, or the agent cannot find that details in the prompt, it is going to go look for that knowledge or that information inside the knowledge base. So that is the idea, and we are going to click save, and that's it. That's all you need to do to connect your knowledge base to a voice AI agent. Now we can start a web call and try out this agent, and we can see how well this agent is going to answer based on the questions. So we are going to ask about one of the zip code that's on our table, and we are going to ask about the affiliate policy for HighLevel, because that's the PDF that we scraped. And then we are going to ask about some details about HighLevel Techie, because that's the website that we scraped using web scraper. So let's get started and ask some questions and see what the AI agent is going to talk to us.
Hey, how can I help?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing good too, thank you. So I just want to check if you service at 7001.
Got it. Let me confirm that for you. Could you clarify if 7001 refers to a specific address or location?
So 7001 is a zip code that I want to check if you provide any services.
It looks like zip code 7001 corresponds to Avenel, New Jersey. However, I couldn't find specific information about whether we provide services there. A team member will reach out to you shortly to confirm this. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
What is the population in that area, please?
The population in zip code 7001, which is Avenel, New Jersey, is 17,143.
Right. And do you also know the population at 7006?
The population in zip code 7006, which is Caldwell, New Jersey, is 26,417.
Okay, thank you. That's great. Now, can you tell me the policy, high-level policy related to what are my obligations for HighLevel if I'm an affiliate?
As an affiliate under HighLevel's policy, your obligations include 1. Compliance with policies and laws. Follow the program policies, high-level terms of service, and all applicable laws and regulations. Comply with laws such as the FTC endorsement guides, TCPA, CAN-SPAM, and state telemarketing laws. 2. Authority and notification. Confirm you have the authority to enter the agreement. Notify HighLevel at legal@gohighlevel.com within 24 hours if you are under investigation or enforcement by regulators like the FTC or FCC. 3. Data handling. Handle all personal data in compliance with privacy laws and HighLevel's data processing agreement. 4. Material breach.
Thank you.
Any violation of these obligations is...
That's all. Thank you. So can you also tell me the core purpose of HighLevel Techie?
The core purpose of HighLevel Techie is to make Go High Level easier to understand, easier to use, and easier to succeed with. It was created to address challenges like the overwhelming range of features, lack of clear step-by-step guidance, and the need for ongoing updates as Go High Level evolves. HighLevel Techie focuses on simplifying the learning process, providing actionable and practical training, and supporting users at every stage of their journey.
Okay, so if I'm a learner, what are my benefits?
As a learner with HighLevel Techie, you can enjoy the following benefits. 1. Reduce learning curve. Simplified and structured training to help you grasp Go High Level features more easily. 2. Clear understanding. Gain a solid understanding of...
So now you get an idea, because now we asked questions from multiple sources inside our knowledge base, and our agent was able to go into each of those resources and was able to answer our questions pretty fast. So that is how you can create a knowledge base from multiple resources or multiple sources, and you can use that inside your voice AI agent. And it is as simple as that. And you can see that we don't have any prompts or anything as of now, except for this one, which is actually created by HighLevel itself when we selected the knowledge base. So we are actually running on the system prompts provided to us by HighLevel. We haven't really added any of the actions or any prompts from our side. And even with that, the agent is able to find out details from the knowledge base and to answer questions in a very reliable way. So this is your introduction into a very basic voice AI agent. So now we are going to build so many other things on top of this to build a really complex voice AI bot. So I will see you in the next lesson.